I think we're live.
Very
Yay!
exciting. Well, here we are talking about Crimes of Grindelwald trailer. Now it's our turn. Everyone else has already discussed it this week.
That is true.
Even though it's only been out for a day, everyone on Earth has discussed it. We are last. Okay, so do you guys want to start at the beginning and just everyone just kind of give their first thoughts and reactions that they had when they saw the trailer?
Yeah.
You want to start, Lizzie?
Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts.
I liked it a lot. I loved it. I did not anticipate to see so much Hogwarts at all.
Oh gosh, no.
Mhm.
Like that threw me. Like it literally started with Hogwarts and I was like,
Yeah.
we're
Me
doing
too.
the damn thing. Got it. And I was saying yesterday, I thought it was gonna be a teaser trailer. I didn't realize we were getting like
Oh,
trailer.
it says it's a teaser trailer, but that was like a trailer. That was
I
a
had to like
hefty trailer.
try very hard to keep it together because I was hidden in a phone booth at work. Really hard to like not
It's amazing.
freak out.
Did you record yourself?
I did, but then there was no audio, so it's
okay.
just me going like for 2 minutes. So I re-recorded it this morning, and I just tried to be a little extra dramatic to like make up for the fact that I had
A
seen
fake live reaction.
Yeah.
A fake first reaction. That's funny.
But I'm very excited, and I'm glad we saw Beast. I'm very glad we saw Beast.
Yeah.
Agreed. Lane, what were your first thoughts?
It was just, God, it was just so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew I would be excited, but I was surprised at just how excited I got.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to be surprised about being surprised, but it was just great. I'm really excited.
Same. Michael, what about you? What were your feels?
Okay, first of all, I hope I'm coming through clearly because everything keeps dropping in and out on my end. So
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You can't see me, but you can hear me. Okay, well that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like being on the podcast.
It's like a podcast.
Okay, so yeah, my first thoughts were this is a really good trailer. Like that was I've just been talking a lot with my roommate Jara about how how effective trailers are, and we were just talking about how great the Wrinkle in Time trailer was. And if you're like me, you enjoyed the trailer more than you enjoyed the movie. I apologize. I'm not racist. It's not that I didn't like it because I'm racist. Okay, but that said, the Fantastic Beasts trailer surprised me because it did the thing a trailer is supposed to do. It didn't give a lot away. It was a very good quality trailer. It presented lots of questions rather than resolve them.
Yeah.
And it gave us a lot of exciting nuggets. There was and this is expected because Warner Brothers knows how to market and in some ways pander to the fan base. But they did do a lot of, there was some cheap nostalgia thrown in just to get your attention.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought that was a surprisingly high quality trailer.
Agreed. Like, I feel like Warner Brothers in general is very good with their marketing, with their movies. It makes me think of, again, like a movie, Suicide Squad. Oh my gosh, the marketing for that movie was amazing. Like, not so much, but the marketing. Mass comm major over here. Love this stuff. Like, I'm all about it. But it's just, it was such a good trailer. I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like I was kind of nervous because it's coming out in November and we only got a trailer just now in March. I was a little nervous to see it. And I was, again, thinking it was going to be less, like maybe a 10-second teaser. I was worried it was going to be something like that. And this was a trailer and it was good. I loved it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Not that I thought it was
Well-
really bad, but
And the thing with like using the comparison of Suicide Squad, which is something to think about, especially because this has been happening more and more with movies lately. Suicide Squad went through extensive reshoots after that trailer
Yeah.
came out,
it did.
and the tone of the movie was completely changed based on what was advertised to us. I don't
Definitely.
think that'll happen with Fantastic Beasts. We do
I don't
know
either.
from the first one. There were scenes in the original that did get cut that were in the trailer. Like, we don't have there's nothing to
I
worry
want
about.
a wizard.
Yeah, I want to be a
So,
wizard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be a wizard. Yeah, all of those.
What a great
lots
line.
of-
It was on
That
all the
didn't
marketing
make it to the
too.
film.
I couldn't believe
Yeah,
that. They gave us.
right.
I went to a press, like one of the press things for, just seeing an early like clip of it, and they gave us all those shirts that said "I want to be a wizard," and now I have this shirt. I'm like, this is not even a line in the movie, but I still love it. It's still a quality shirt. Oh yeah. So do you guys want to just kind of go? I made a list here, but I just kind of wrote things down of kind of the order of things that happen in the trailer. If we want to kind of just go through one by one.
Yeah.
Through. Okay, tight. So of course, the first shot, like we kind of mentioned already, was Hogwarts. And like Michael said, yeah, it was a cheap shot, nostalgic, but I like scream cried when I saw it. No shame. Like, because I don't know. I mean, I was expecting Hogwarts in this movie, but not like that soon, that fast, that beautiful. So I was very happy.
Yeah, it was surprising that it was like the first thing we see.
Like, Hogwarts. I literally in my little reaction video that I filmed, I got kind of too hung up on Hogwarts. Literally, when they started talking about Paris, I said, I don't care about Paris anymore. Go back to Hogwarts. Don't even care. Like, who cares? Oh gosh. It's just, and like really, what I said to my roommate, I remember my thought about the trailer with the Hogwarts thing is, while I really love Fantastic Beasts, seeing the Hogwarts logo was like, this is a Harry Potter movie. This feels like a Harry Potter movie. We back now. I actually feel like we're back. You know.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that'll just take away from like Newt, though. If it'll be so much of a Hogwarts thing that we won't have Newt's story and the beasts and stuff. But do we care?
I'm really
I don't know.
suspect. I'm really suspect that there's going to be. I am putting in the theory now that what we saw of Hogwarts in the trailer, that's it. That's all we're getting in this.
Yeah, I
movie.
feel the same
How
way.
dare you? How dare you?
Sorry.
I
think
agree.
that-
But how dare you?
I think that's why I feel that it's that's why I feel it's a cheap shot.
Cheap shot.
Because they're
Well,
getting everybody
okay.
all riled up about being like Hogwarts
They're
in the
just gonna
past,
use
and
it
it's
to
like
introduce
one.
Dumbledore, and then he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, I gotta piece out of here. I got my own stuff to do, and it don't involve you children, because there ain't no boy wizard here yet.
But here's the thing. I do think that, of course, I feel like that might be like a whole scene. No, I don't think we're going to be staying at Hogwarts, of course. But I think that we're going to get this is my thing. I think we're going to get that Hogwarts, like getting Dumbledore, like, come on our adventure. But since they've been shooting flashbacks, I think we're also going to get young Newt and Lita Hogwarts as well.
We do know they cast young Lita, right?
Yeah, and the young Newt.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get multiple Hogwarts. Maybe not a lot of screen time, but I think we're gonna see like different eras.
This is jumping ahead a little bit, but
That's
the
fine.
shot underwater where Newt is on what is probably a Kelpie.
Mm-hmm.
Pottermore posted really high-res images of a few different things, and one of those is that shot where he's on the beast, and it almost looks like he's really, really young. And
Really?
I wonder,
Could you link it somewhere in the doc to look at?
yeah. So I wonder if that's part of a flashback.
That would be in the Great Lake.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really thought it was current Newt because Jacob was also wet in another scene of the trailer, but
Oh.
he also probably would have drowned, but also Newt probably would have taken care of him to make sure he did not drown. But if he looks really young, everyone's saying very, very young, but I want to see that high-res image.
Yeah, I just.
And he's
put
just
it
got a young
in our
face to begin
chat.
with.
My baby.
Yeah, it's like most of the way down. And I mean, he's underwater and he's clearly in motion, so you can't really tell anything. But, you know, if we want to speculate.
About underwater.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looks like it's him now, but you just have a funny underwater face.
It just doesn't look like his eyes or his mouth. I don't know.
It's probably Eddie under the guy's CGI.
CGI, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
and also he's probably got to have some sort of spell over his face so he can not die.
Have a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble head charm.
Yeah.
See, I like
By
it
the
when
way, listener in the chat, it's Palorilo, and so hello.
Hi. Yeah, so I feel like, but I thought it was fun seeing everyone's reaction, like on Twitter, though, to Hogwarts. That was a nice moment.
Yeah.
Did you? Kind of branch off. Did you guys see that tweet that J.K. Rowling put out? That was like, I just watched the trailer and I had a new idea for the next movie, so I wrote it down.
No, I didn't see that.
Yo, yeah, she said that she came up with a new plot line for the next movie. I'm like, this girl's just going up, there she goes. I mean, but like, obviously she is, but it's just kind of funny. Just to those people some people who are like, she knows everything already, and this is it. You know what I mean? How some people say that. It's like, no, she's just coming up and she goes, but that's fine.
Okay, he does look really young, but he's also like his hair. We've never seen his hair like that. And it also looks like he's wearing the same clothes that he usually wears, but there's also a chance he could just be wearing
confirmed wears the same clothes since Hogwarts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's why he got kicked out, because they're like, "Newt, put your uniform on." He was like, "No, wearing this."
Well, he doesn't follow instructions well.
He does. You're right. As Dumbledore says.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate that high res of Dumbledore Jude Law, though.
10 out of 10. So going back to the Hogwarts scene, everyone online kind of blew up about you can't operate inside of Hogwarts. What are your thoughts on that, of what's happening there?
Well, someone brought up a good point. I don't know if you've seen this. They were saying that the part where they're operating into it looks like almost as far as where Draco, Narcissa, and Lucius were when they disapparated from the Battle of Hogwarts.
Yeah, but someone also was like rebuttaling that, being like, weren't the spells down though during the battle because they broke through the protective barriers at that point. But I actually also I put the link in the doc. Brizzy Voices, she put out this like Facebook post of her kind of. I thought it was just kind of funny and interesting. Her like kind of ranting about like, don't be mad at that. There's probably a reason behind it. And I think she put something about like,
wow, that's a lot of words.
Yeah. And I just was like, I mean, power to you. It was just kind of about like, some people were saying that they're like, maybe this, because we have in the books and the movies, we have Dumbledore apparating instead of Hogwarts, because it's the, what's he say? What does he say exactly? The benefits of being him.
Yeah. Something like that.
Being me has its privileges.
Being me has its privileges, yeah. Maybe he's just extending his privileges to other people. And then but also I remember some people being like, well, what if Grindelwald is the reason that they have this protection? But I think it says in the books that it's always been like that. That's like it's always been there. So scratch that theory off the list.
I think it's an easy enough thing to be mad about if you want to be mad about something.
Be mad about it, yeah.
But really,
I'm not genuinely mad. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, I meant you general.
Yeah,
but like I don't think it matters much in the grand scale of
everything.
The wizarding story.
I'm totally on that. I do not think. I know the fandom is up in arms about it because it's a biggie thing, but this is with the book canon. This is what we, the fans, let happen.
So, Mike, you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
So you got To him, he cares about what's aesthetically pleasing. And to him, aesthetically pleasing is having 4 or to the Hogwarts bridge, so you get a nice clear shot of Hogwarts from that angle, because he's also probably trying to establish the Hogwarts that he's decided to use as far as its layout. And because people were even saying that, like, this is Deathly Hallows Hogwarts. So
But, like,
how does this make sense in terms of Hogwarts from the first 2 movies?
I
Which
don't.
it shouldn't
I think
anyway.
that's ridiculous, because it's like, first of all, I feel like the suspended disbelief in the first few Harry Potter movies is that you have to just believe that Hogwarts that's there from, like, basically Prisoner onward, that is Hogwarts. You know what I mean? And it's like the literally the only reason the first 2 movies are like that is because they're filming on location, and then they fixed it and it's better. You know, it's like, don't you want it to look better?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And it even changes past 3, like that staircase in Hallows Part 2 was never there in any of the other movies. So things
would
change
honestly
just to suit the aesthetics of the film.
I would actually kind of be a little pissed if they went backwards and they tried to make it look like Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber, because I don't think it's as good, and that would have been a pain for them to film on location again. You know?
Yeah.
Especially now, because it's like.
Go ahead.
I forget what I was saying. Just it'd be a pain. It'd be a pain to shoot.
No, there's definitely a cruel, unusual delay on this chat, and it's from this delay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag going.
that was so sad. Yeah. No, I was just going to say we have 2 more comments. Another one from Paolo, who said, just got to say this trailer was the highlight of my finals week. I am not in finals because I'm not in school, but yes, I think this is the highlight of all of our finals week.
Finals? I have midterms. How are you having finals already?
No, I know some people. I have an intern at work. This is her last week interning because she's got finals next week. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird. I had midterms. Like,
it's not what we're accustomed to. We're used to. What our school.
I'm in that midlife.
I mean, yeah, that trailer was the highlight of my everything.
Oh, it made me so happy.
Yeah.
While I joke about, like, inconsistencies, I honestly have, like, no complaints. But moving right along. So this made me think of this thing I saw on Twitter. So you see the children in the window poking their heads out to see the people operating. Maybe they're like, "Hey, you can't operate inside Hogwarts." That's what the kids are thinking in that scene, I bet. But I saw on Twitter that there's an official, like, Hogwarts robe, that this is, like, apparently what the students are wearing in this time period. I have a link also. It was like, apparently they went on set and this is what the new, this is what the Gryffindor robes look like in the 20s.
Oh.
Huh. Let's see.
Kind of reminds me of Ilvermorny ones, like the color scheme.
Blue.
Yeah. But the blue, especially the Gryffindor, the blue and the red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. And they've got, like, a little chain that
It's cute.
Yeah. That's a little different. I like that.
Yeah, it is. That's what makes it looks like Ilvermorny robes to me, though. Like, if someone told me that, I'd be like, I believe it. Except there's Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We haven't visually seen Hogwarts in the 20s in any of the films. I think the farthest back we went in the movies was the 40s, right?
40s, yeah. And theirs is different too in that one.
Yeah.
Tom Rose is different.
So cute. I like it.
I think they should change Hogwarts. I mean, like, actually, if you kind of think about it, if we talk about all the canon, they do change a lot, because if we'd have this would be different. We have different with Tom Riddle. It'd be different when Harry, Ron, Hermione are at school. And then if you count Cursed Child, it's different there too. They change it up a lot at Hogwarts. Dumbledore's like, new fashion every few decades or so.
Well, he's quite the fashionista, so makes sense.
Yeah, you saw him work that. He was dapper.
So again, moving right along to the next shot. So we have our boy Dumbledore, Jude Law, love him. There's like the scene is in the Defense Against the Dark Arts room, it seems, which everyone's like, you teach Transfiguration. What are you doing in there?
Yeah, Pottermore confirmed. That is the Dark Arts classroom.
I don't think he's probably not teaching. He's probably just
He's not
walking around.
teaching it. I think he's just there for some reason.
There.
Why? But he's there.
I was about to say, is anyone like of significance was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, but I can't think of anything that would connect.
Is
this Slughorn teaching now?
Maybe.
Don't mind my porg.
Slughorn's definitely teaching by Tom Riddle's time. And in the memories, doesn't Tom Riddle ask if Professor Merrythought is retiring?
Yeah.
And wasn't he the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher?
Perhaps.
So maybe this is Merrythought's room.
That's their office, yeah. And Dumbledore just paid a visit.
When your timelines. Look at you.
I would love Slughorn to just like casually be just like the background. I would like that. See, Michael, those cheap nostalgia like things, they're for me. I'm the person who's like, yeah.
Well, because this is another thing like that. I think this is another thing to pin down on what's recognizable. How many times did we see the Defense Against the Dark Arts class in the movies versus how many times we saw the Transfiguration class?
True. Yeah. They even have they have the skeleton that they break in Chamber's secrets up, which I thought was really cute. And also I'm like, Lockhart, you destroyed something that has been in this room for 70 years. Like, that's ridiculous if you think of it that way.
That's fine. Nothing a Reparo spell can't fix.
I know, but
That's true.
Just I want everyone when they watch a Fantastic Beasts to just imagine the Pixies like riding it like, yahoo! That will happen in the future.
Maybe
Yeah,
that'll be the fan service. It'll just be Pixies in the room with Dumbledore.
Would love. And Newt's like catching them. No, like that could be a scene. Newt will show you how you actually catch pixies, and then like how they were doing it very wrong in Chamber's.
And then that'll be like Yates's argument for how it's like implied that Dumbledore's gay, because he'll be like, "Look, he's surrounded by fairies. Get it? He's gay."
It's there.
It's there. So
Did you not see it after the movie?
It's so explicit. Oh no.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the defense against the Dark Arts classroom is just more iconic to.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably it.
Casual fans, I don't know if they're even gonna talk about what he teaches. I just don't think the movie's gonna be that interested in that kind of stuff. If the first movie is any indication, because the first movie didn't really have much interest in like the deeper mechanics of the wizarding world. It was kind of just like, look at all the fun visual stuff, and we'll explain it all on Pottermore. You can go read the articles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it would. I'm just thinking of.
And it says for more information, go to Pottermore.com in the middle of the film.
It's like a little link. That'd be so funny. I would die. I mean, I feel like because I feel like they are trying to get in those as many little nods as you can. Are there any students that could just casually be walking down the hall that would work time-wise? A small Easter egg. Minerva is she in school right now? She's too young. Because she's younger in the books than Maggie Smith is.
Maybe.
She's a little younger.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've been thinking like, who are the students? I was thinking like, what if a real obscure one that only probably people who read the books would get. Maybe people get it if they had like Eleanor Prince or something there casually. That would be a cool one. And it's like, get it, Half-Blood Prince. That's a movie. Be like a 2-second cameo.
I feel like they're not gonna have time for that.
I agree. I like what Michael said before that it's like probably just going to be we at Hogwarts, we out. You saw it, good.
Yeah, we made you happy.
You happy? Yes. And I'll be like, yes, I'm very happy. Thank you very much. I needed that. It's been like a long time since we got Hogwarts on the screen, and last time it was getting freaking blown up. So like, it's nice to see it all nice and
Last time you
pristine.
saw the trailer was 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
8
years ago,
guys.
Yeah, the last Deathly Hallows trailer came out in 2010.
I was 12.
Oh God.
Man, that's crazy. I was 12 the last one. That's insane. I'm 20 now. Yee. Yeah.
So what do you think of Dumbledore?
I think everything.
I think I saw this online, and I do agree with this, even though I don't necessarily have a problem with this, that he does look like is Jude Law, like, you know,
Right.
rather than Dumbledore, which is like I don't necessarily have a problem with, but I feel like once like I see him acting and like doing his Dumbledore thing, I'll be done with it, because I think his lines look great. He looked like he's doing a great job, you know. What do you guys think?
I was thinking to myself, the hardest thing I'm gonna have to deal with, and it's such a silly thing, is accepting like
Dumbledore's hot.
No, his voice. Like, because Gambon and Richard Harris, like, obviously, like, they're their own voices, but they were still like a little similar. I don't know if anybody would agree with that.
I know what you're saying.
But it's like
you're
you know what I mean.
totally correct, because once Harris passed away, when Gambon got the role, he was doing an Irish accent because he was doing it in tribute to Harris. So Jude Law is not doing an Irish accent. So yeah.
He picks it up along the storyline. This undercover disguise.
Broadway actors, like, there's an original cast, and when the next people come in, like, especially when it's musicals, like, you have to sound like the person.
Yeah.
Like, you have to at least keep, like, some kind of, like, the same tone or pitch. Whereas, like, I'm trying to envision Jude Law's voice dropping and acquiring an Irish accent over the years. I'm just like,
yeah.
No, he wasn't hired to do an Irish accent. He was hired to be Jude
and I was
Law.
like, if that's the one thing I have to complain about, then I think I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say it's like this, but it's actually kind of not. I was gonna say it's like the Han Solo movie, but this is why this works and the Han Solo one doesn't work right now for me, is because when we see Dumbledore next, it's like legit 50 years later. So it's like, who can say what he used to look like? Right. But with like Han Solo, it's like, okay, A New Hope is literally like 5 years after this, and you clearly are not the same person. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, to be fair too, it is difficult, again, reconciling that with the film visuals when, like, not 20 years later, he looks like Richard Harris.
Yeah, the Chamber of Secrets. I tweeted about that today. I was like, literally, like Hogwarts is just like tearing him down. These kids, you know, these teens, stressing him out.
I guess
a lot.
Headmaster is like being president. You just go
great. You just age, yeah. Does he? No, he doesn't. I was gonna say, does he become headmaster during this? But no, he's not, because in that scene he's not either. So,
Yep, he's still Transfiguration teacher. By the way, hi J.A. Snyder, who's in the chat. Thank you for your compliment on my Hufflepuff tie. It's very, very old. It's falling apart. That's why I'm wearing a vest over it.
Hey, look, I'm house colors, Gryffindor. Everyone's like, no one cares about Gryffindor.
I don't care about
that. That's what it feels like being in Gryffindor these days.
I like your Gryffindor scarf.
Yeah. I also have this one, and it looks kind of, it makes me happy because it looks kind of like Newt's, like, crocheted one, but it's a Gryffindor one.
Nice. Good. From the same time period.
Yeah. What if like Newt, like when he comes back to Hogwarts, he like puts his little Hufflepuff scarf on, like, look, I'm back. You two guys. And they're like, you're old, go away.
Is Newt gonna be at Hogwarts? Or is it just Dumbledore?
I don't think he is.
I don't either.
I think I think young Newt will be. So yes, but I don't think Eddie Redmayne will be.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Jude Law? Dumbledore?
His outfits were, while like they looked so great on him, were like, I saw some people be like, maybe it'll transition. Dumbledore is more eccentric with his clothing as he gets older. He just like, he looks dapper right now, which is not exactly what I think of when I think of Dumbledore, you know, fashion wise. I mean, I like it. He looks great, but he needs to get a little more kooky.
That's what Dumbledore would wear if he was a muggle.
That she's our biggest fan. It's Ashley.
Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I can't imagine why you would be our biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, I'm blushing.
No, I like if Dumbledore was a muggle, that's the kind of stuff he'd wear.
Agreed,
and
yeah.
Even then, it's a little subtle for him because Harry noticed in Half-Blood that he was wearing like this really bold purple suit.
Yeah, and he literally come to the Dursleys' house like just full robes, like you don't even care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah. He wears. Well, yeah, I think people forget he in the first book he's wearing like glamorous high-heeled boots.
Yeah,
so, yeah. He's and Rowling called him and the original costume designer for the first film called Dumbledore Clothes Horse. Like he loves really nice clothes and he has lots of different outfits and the books definitely get that across. So.
And his outfits are, I like his corduroy jacket that he has on. That's kind of interesting, I thought. A look.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Robert Downey's corduroy jacket from Sherlock, where Jude played Watson.
Yes. I saw that movie.
So they just wanted to, I guess Jude Law wanted to wear that.
It makes me think of the BBC, how they have like 5 props. They just bring it over in every show.
Maybe that's it. Well, yeah, I think that this is a consequence of the third movie onward and Janine Tamim's costume choices, which were to scale back the more medieval aspects of the clothing and modernize a lot of stuff. And I think that has carried over.
Although I think that's kind of funny too, if you think about it, like people are saying, I feel like it's going to be very strange. I'm excited for it to watch all 5 movies and then go straight into Sorcerer's Stone afterwards, like with Dumbledore in mind. Because it'll feel like he's like right now he's very dapper, very 20s, and then he's gonna be like, "Hello, we are in the 1400s. Welcome to Hogwarts." You know what I mean? Like, what happened to you, man? But yeah, that's okay. I'm sure it'll be great.
Kylo Rios says, "Give me Dumbledore crazy fashion style, please. As a fashion marketing major, I need this."
Yes. Maybe I want them to like if they go to like the carnival and Dumbledore's like, "We need a disguise," and just puts on like this great carnival outfit. That'd be fun. I think it looks like Tina's gonna in that scene, but that could be.
Tiffany D says they put Jude Law in that outfit versus robes to show off dad ass.
They did. Agreed. Totally.
Yeah.
100%.
He's got quite a I was just looking
that
at
little butt shot when he sits on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Twitter loved that.
Ridiculous.
So
yes, they
everyone
did.
on Twitter loved that. We all did.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Thank you, Warner Brothers.
You cast Jude Law to put him in tailored fitted clothes, not in oversized robes.
They're like, no, this is kind of a joke, but also not a joke. They're like, "Oh, are you mad about Johnny Depp? But look at the butt." And everyone's like, "Oh, okay, I guess it's joke." Oh gosh. Kind of moving along a little bit. We got the new logo for the Wizarding Worlds. What do you guys think about this little logo? This new one, little wands.
Is
it a bad?
Yes, it is, because Igor, when I saw it, I was like, "There's something wrong with this," and Igor figured it out before I did. But I was so happy he said this. Igor, for those of you who are watching, is our editor, who is fabulous and wonderful.
He's the best.
And as Igor noticed, the Wizarding World logo has dropped J.K. Rowling's name from it.
Ooh.
Yes. And while those little wands it's cute, that's pretty.
It's a nice aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah. But as Igor pointed out, and it kind of shot off a whole discussion in our SpeakBeasty common room, which listeners, if you are not a part of, you can join by becoming a Patreon sponsor. Hey,
be a fun time. My phone blew up yesterday.
Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, it is so fun being in the common room when news come
Yeah,
through.
props, yeah.
You will have notifications out the wazoo.
People think you're so popular. Join our Patreon.
Yeah.
People think you're cool.
But yeah, no, that started a whole conversation about, which I think we've been talking about already on both SpeakBeasty and Alohomora ever since that little Wizarding World stamp started showing up on our merchandise. But that Rowling, is Warner Brothers trying to phase Rowling out? Is Rowling wanting to be phased out in some ways because she has expressed that more than once?
I mean, the thing is, it makes me happier that she is writing these, you know what I mean? That it's like, okay, she's in charge. Like, while maybe marketing wise and publicity wise, she is not in charge, story wise, she is still in charge, which like makes me like sane still. The moment when I don't know, Warner Brothers is like, written by co-written by J.K. Rowling and this other person who we brought in to help her. That's the moment I'll be like, not today, no, That's when I will have I'll have a big problem when that happens.
Cursed child
Hopefully
PTSD.
It's a great show. It's a ridiculous story, but it's a great show. Highly recommend seeing. Are you seeing it? Side note, are you seeing it, Michael? Did you get tickets?
Yes, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
You won't. I promise. It's actually like beautiful.
Not for the price I spent.
Oh, I know.
Same.
Even though it took me, it's funny. Like the price of me getting to London to see it was so much, but my tickets were actually very reasonably priced for the London. I had legit. I got fourth row seats, aisle fourth row seats for $100 a show. Like that's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not what's happening in New York City.
Yeah. No, it is not. I got tickets in October. No.
Buying 5 tickets for 2 shows. Poor credit card.
Yeah.
Wow.
I put that ish on my debit card because I was like, no, at least I can feel good that I don't have to owe this money later. It's gone and I'm sad and we're moving on. I will work more hours over the summer.
Hit up my friends right now. Oh, you guys like my phone?
Oh, I love your phone case. That's so, wait, is it 3D or is it just magic?
Just me holding it.
Oh, I like no, because the little. Oh, there's
now
me.
You see you.
But it tricked me. The little pocket thing. I thought it like kind of stuck out a little bit.
You're like reminding me to hit up all my friends in my notes. Who owes me money?
Money.
What's good?
That's funny.
Payday is tomorrow. Tax refunds are coming back soon.
Oh, I got mine. I got some good money back. I was very happy. Now, enough about our finances.
Yeah.
This is all Chris Child's fault for even bringing it up.
True.
When you talk about Chris Child once and suddenly we're all in debt.
Yep.
Tight.
The Illuminator.
Oh, the Deluminator. Yeah.
I was very excited when I saw that.
That was a nice. Again, it's a nostalgia, but I think that works really well and is really cool that we're gonna have that we get to see that because it's Dumbledore's invention, and of course he'll have it.
Yeah, no, that was that nostalgia felt a little less cheap to me because that
feels more organic.
Yeah, if it's more because we see Dumbledore use it once.
Yeah.
In both the films and the books, so
and then he gives it to Ron.
Yeah, and Ron. Ron's use of it is very minimal in the films too. Like it's really not, I think, the most iconic item in the Potter series. So that one feels like, oh, somebody was paying attention on that one. Yeah. So yeah.
Good job, J.K. Rowling. You remember your stories.
You're right. You remembered. Thank you for not letting Jack Thorne and John Tiffany take care of this.
Real talk? Do you think that because if I had written just thinking, although she probably thinks about Harry Potter more than I think about my old writing. I'm like, do you think that before she writes Fantastic Beasts that she reread her own books? Because I feel like if I were her, I would not remember everything I wrote.
I don't know. That's hard.
I know she keeps a lot of scattered notes all over the place.
Yeah.
I love that she has literally a little shed where she writes at her house. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if she would necessarily reread, but I do think I think she's got the key stuff all in there.
Maybe that's why there's like the operating plot point, because she just rewatched the movie and she's like, okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't. Well, and she's much more relaxed about this stuff, I think, now, because I think that's something the fandom has been frustrated with her with, is that she is actually very casual about the movies and the stage play and such things kind of screwing with what she's established.
She's
as
like,
she doesn't.
Whatevs.
Yeah, she doesn't care, and she shouldn't have to. For God's sake, she didn't want to be doing this anymore. So
it's our fault. We made her.
Yes, it's our fault. It's all our fault for continuing to buy all this.
You're like, oops, yeah. Me too. Literally my entire room. Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Deluminator. It's great. We love it. 10 out of 10. A nice little lamppost shot.
So is that probably in London when he's meeting Newt?
I'd say yes. Probably. So I spelled this wrong in the notes. I put Grindelwald Trail. I meant trial.
I was really confused reading that. I was like, I don't remember any trails. What is the trail?
One shot, it's one shot where he's like, it looks like it's him standing there like from all the people. I was like, trial question mark?
I was wondering if that was I was wondering if that was
followers?
His trial, or I thought it was his followers.
Yeah, that could be it too. Because he's not chained or anything. He's just freaking standing there.
No, I just think like, hey, everyone, back, new vlog, hanging out. Good to see you all. Now let's go get some brunch. I just think that's going on right now.
I think that's someone mentioned that it almost looked like there was two coffins on each side of him, like those big marble things.
Mm-hmm. I that was Eleanor, and I think they just looked like
ornate
pillars that looked like them or something.
That makes sense. They could be statues, yeah. And also, if it looked like his hair is cut and neat again in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely like in Priz, not getting haircuts, and then he was like, first thing, gonna get that do fixed.
That'd be funny if he's just like montage and then montage fix my hair, and then David Yates can be like, also look, obviously I made Grindelwald gay too because hair montage, and then that can be his other explicit scene.
Rosier is standing next to him too.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Ooh, I didn't notice that. Cool.
She has.
I only recognize her because of her pointy hat.
Yeah, her hat. Her hat's great.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, Lane. You're gonna have to find somebody else to cosplay since Serafina might be disappointing us on this.
God, if she just looks like a Bobaton student, I'm gonna cry.
She's like plot twist. I went to Bobaton. I'm back.
For those of you who don't know, she is in a new Lego set with the carriage and a fight with Grindelwald, and she just looks like a Bobaton student. She's in a blue pointy hat and a blue like suit jacket. I mean, it's hard to tell because she's a Lego.
Yeah, I'm still shook though. I remember so the trailer's dropped. Everyone's talking. The first Michael says nothing about the trailer. He's just like, "Look, Legos, guys!" And I'm like, "Michael, we got a trailer."
Yeah, trailer schmailer. Legos though, we haven't had those for years. It's been years since we've had like a proper Harry Potter Lego set. This reboot's very exciting for me.
But was that a proper Harry Potter Lego set?
It counts.
Yeah, that's like it's a smaller set. Like the size of, it's probably going to be around $24.99.
I guess so.
Yeah. No, I'm buying it.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be his followers since he's not like chained up or anything.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Do you think that's part of the sewer system? Is that like the sewer that Newt goes into and the shot with the writing on the walls, the maybe family tree? Do you think that's all the same complex? Is that his lair?
That sounds like a crazy supervillain lair, but that's what he is, so maybe.
In the sewers of Paris. Or London. Or wherever. I don't know where involved with.
Where the heck are we?
Yeah, what is even?
Where are we? What is this? Yeah, and then so there's so many shots in this trailer. First of all, like there's so much information especially for a teaser.
I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Allison Somebody noticed that there's a shot right after the one of Grindelwald. There's a shot of Tina, and she's walking in front of a statue, and the statue's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moves.
Yeah, you
Its
can
leg
just barely
is, like,
see it.
pulling back its robe or something.
Scandal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is cool. And
I
then we
wonder-
have, yeah, you go, Michael.
I was just gonna say, I'm wondering if that has something to do with, like, you know, we have magical statues and things like that as kind of access points to areas in the wizarding world. I'm wondering if that's maybe an access point to the French ministry or something along those lines.
That's a good idea.
We need
cool.
Marjolaine here to explain all this to us because we know nothing about France.
No, I do not. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Je
Oui,
m'appelle. So we next few shots, we got confirmation that our boy Jacob is back, and it looks like I got his memory from how he's talking.
Yeah,
he saw Queenie for a second, and it worked.
That wasn't going to be a long-term problem.
I mean, yeah, but if they were gonna make it like the
it brought a tear to my eye.
End of the movie and then fix it in the trailer, that's kind of a.
Well, they kind of already started to fix it at the last scene with Queenie coming in, I feel.
Yeah. But it wasn't, I don't know. I mean, we all knew he was going to come back, but I feel like a more casual viewer would be.
I thought he forgot. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hopefully the equivalent of a Disney death at the end of a movie. You know that character's not dead.
Yeah.
They're never
they're fine.
dead.
Jacob
Except for Princess and the Frog. That was the one where they actually killed one. But
too real. No, yeah. I'm Jacob. That was such a cute little scene where he's like, "Yes, I love Jacob."
And all the beasts.
Yeah,
that's the only scene in the entire movie we're gonna get with beasts.
I don't know. Where do you think they are?
In the
suitcase.
No, apparently the case is in front of them.
I think there's a case within a case.
Double case. Caseception.
Snap.
We got some caseception where like something.
Each movie, we get a case in another case. So by movie 5, we'll have 5 cases within each other.
That's a little much.
That's so weird.
I don't think I want that.
Like,
Too late. It's happening.
How is that the case, though? Because Newt's going into his... It looks like he's going into his little shed where he's got all his stuff. His little potion-y making stuff that he was doing.
Maybe that's just a normal case.
Maybe that's Jacob's pastry case.
Oh,
good idea.
Could be it.
I just like,
but it looks so much bigger and substantial inside that building that they're in.
It's been a while. Maybe he built on.
No, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah,
he's been busy. He's been waiting for his book to get published, and he's like, "I'm gonna build some stuff." And then
he had the dung beetles making bricks for him.
Yes, that's what they were doing with them. Ooh, that's disgusting. What that building's made out
I mean,
of.
maybe they're not dung beetles. We don't know what they are. Maybe they're clay beetles.
Oh, they're dung beetles. The extra stuff is confirmed. They're giant dung beetles.
What's magical about that?
That is a giant building made of poo.
Yes.
Right.
That is cool.
So we've got a bird owl thingy.
I love people making gifts from that.
Pretty cute.
That thing was just purely constructed to be adorable.
I'm sure. Oh, there's also a little moon calf behind him.
Yeah, several.
You could see. Yeah,
there's a group of them.
I love them.
Or something.
So I'm still patiently waiting for the Wizarding World. I know they don't sell anything Fantastic Beasts, but I'm waiting for all my little plushies.
They make a Niffler.
I want a moon calf.
I want a moon calf too.
I do want a moon calf.
That'd be pretty cute. I wonder why why all the beasts then are grouped around him and not in their proper environments like they're supposed to be. Maybe something about the case has been damaged or needs adjustments.
Maybe.
And that's why they. Oh, I literally almost forgot that Nicholas Flamel is in this movie. So maybe.
Oh my gosh!
I completely forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder when we're gonna see him.
Next
trailer. I literally completely forgot that he was in the movie. And I also predicted this, so I'm still proud of myself. I will forever be proud of that.
That was a good prediction.
Thank you. So then we have Credence and what's her name? The girl? I feel bad for not knowing her name yet.
We don't know her name.
Do we not?
She's a
No.
Maledictus, but we don't know her name.
Okay, good. I thought I was a bad fan. Yeah, in the girl. So they on the roof, and Credence is
Claudia
like,
Kim is
ugh.
the actress's name.
And Claudia's like, what's going on? It looks, is that coming from her or from Credence? Because I thought it
From
was coming
Credence.
from Credence.
I think
Because someone
Credence.
else said it was her. I'm like, I think it's Credence.
It's coming out of Credence's hand.
Yeah. She's in the circus, correct? Or
Mm-hmm.
probably, yeah.
She's the snake girl.
Yeah,
And she's probably what's in the cage also when they're all looking.
maybe. Yeah.
Possibly.
So is he controlling the Obscurus? Can he just use it now? What's he?
Maybe I also kind of also jumping forward. There's that scene where he's like breaking the cage.
Mhm.
I feel like his motivation might be like at the circus trying to break all these people out of confinement, maybe.
Maybe.
And that's like part of that. I don't know.
I wonder if Credence has figured out a way to kind of use the Obscurus as like some kind of connection that he can kind of send it out but control it
Do his
and
bidding.
use
Oh,
it
that'd
in
be
some
cool.
way. Yeah.
Well, let's.
Because he seems to be purposefully sending it somewhere.
Yeah. I'm worried about Credence. I think he's gonna be a bad egg, maybe this movie. Even though I love him, I'm worried about him.
I think he'll be like, I think he'll have good intentions,
Yeah.
but have bad influences.
Agreed.
Still.
Agreed. I'm also a little worried about my girl Queenie.
Why? We barely see
Why?
her.
Because she's like not in the movie.
What? that and also there's just been like little things in the pictures where it's like she's not with the group or she's like looking at Grindelwald in the picture, and just the fact that she has these powers that people are going to want to use, and the fact that in the original synopsis of this movie that I feel like a lot of people forgot that it said that Jacob is going to be the villain. It said that. I remember it. It's real. In the first synopsis of Fantastic Beasts, I promise you this was real. It said that the villain is about protagonist Newt Scamander, and the villain's name is Jacob. And I remember thinking, wow, that's a stupid villain name. So it's real. It's real. That's how I remember it was real. And Kat remembers it also because we talked about this. It's real. It happened.
Yeah,
So
Clearly, they changed that idea when Rowling was also like, "Oh yeah, Jacob is a stupid name for."
But I'm like, in my back of my head, I'm worried that him and Queenie might get like influenced by Dark Wizards.
Did you listen to the most recent episode yet?
I haven't yet. No, I've been filming all week.
Listen, you're gonna feel you're saying everything in this episode.
I'll be quiet.
No, it's just funny. You're gonna listen to it and be like, yeah, right, yeah. Because we talked about Jacob being the villain for like a good a good 20 minutes of the episode because Kat was on.
Oh, thank you, Kat. Literally, I remember like a few months ago we were talking about this, and people were like, "I don't remember that," and Kat was like, "Oh no, I do." I was like, "Thank God, I didn't just imagine it. It's not just me." I felt like I did though, because that's like weird. Whatever. I have theories. Okay.
Well, the only shot we get of Queenie is she's in what has been what the fandom is guessing is the French Ministry of Magic or a building of some importance in French. Yes, I really enjoyed that. On the top there seems to be this kind of almost observatory like ceiling with different beasts that are going around, and they're all in French, and one is Le Nifleur and Le Doxy.
What is I forgot the French muggle word again.
Non magique.
Non magique.
Also, I don't remember the actual thing they used in the translations.
Frumpy but super smart 7 in the chat said, honestly, I don't think Queenie could turn evil if hearing everyone's thoughts her whole life hasn't got her yet.
That's a good point. You're right.
Maybe she just hasn't heard the right thought yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried that someone could like that Grindelwald can like tap. I don't know, because I'm guessing he's definitely probably knows occlumency and can.
Well, that's funny because Jay Snyder in our chat said, I hope that Queenie reads Dumbledore's and or Grindelwald's mind and furthers the plot by figuring stuff out before everybody else.
I think that would be funny. I think that's what David Yates means by not explicit. He's like, Queenie just knows it.
We saw
we never say it because Queenie's thinking it.
We saw Queenie do that once in the first movie where she kind of outed Newt for his interest in Lita. So it would be a repeat of something she's done before. She does have
not out of character.
She does say her sensitivity is higher when people are more emotionally vulnerable. So
kind of skipping ahead to that point too, we get the line from Dumbledore in this trailer where he says, "It has to be you who goes up against Grindelwald."
Yeah, why? Yeah, what the hell? What?
Yeah,
take some responsibility, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, he never does.
You're way more powerful than Newt's commander. Newt's commander's great, but come on.
Yeah, like I've seen some people who are not, or just be like, "Are you kidding me? You sent a Newt out here? Like he's good with beasts and all, but like that's it."
But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Newt the owner or like the master of the Elder Wand right now?
No. Why?
Doesn't Grindy have the Elder Wand?
I think it's maybe
Grindelwald
Tina,
does, but
if we're going by that.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who disarms him.
I think it's either going to be her or I think it's still Grindelwald's. I don't know if that's actually going to play.
Like, maybe he's saying that because like of the Elder Wand or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like, do you think it's a power thing, or do you think Dumbledore's like, I can't deal with this? I could possibly.
Frumpy but super smart said Dumbledore needs to stop training child soldiers. It's weird.
Real? It's a bad habit of his.
Hi,
Igor's
Igor.
in the chat too. Hi, Igor.
Hey, Igor. After the events of this movie, when he sees Harry again, he's like, yes, an even younger child to manipulate, finally.
That's an interesting. I hadn't heard of that theory before. I wonder if what Newt did. I mean, the stuff with wand transference is so picky.
Wand transfer makes
I don't
me
know.
mad.
I hope that's not a thing.
Literally, I'm still pissed about the Draco. I'm still team Draco is the owner of the Elder Wand. That's BS. The Harry stuff with him.
You mean it doesn't count when Harry gets in a slappy fight with Draco?
I'm so mad about that. To this day, I can't get over that. Draco owns the Elder Wand. End of story. Okay.
Because that would be kind of equivalent to what happened.
To what Tina did, yeah.
Yeah, because they Newt just was it technically Newt who would have been the disarmer since he was the one who transformed him, or was it who took his wand away? Was it Tina who took the wand away?
Please, no more wands. And then they made the stupid logo all the wands because they're gonna be doing wands. I hate the wands.
Or is it just that like the wand is still with Grindelwald because Grindelwald's his whole weird lines at the end, and he's just like, you don't have me. I'm still winning. I wanted this. I wanted to be taken to prison. I win. So,
is that the quote? I win?
Yeah, that's what he meant when he said, "Do we die just?"
I just said, "I win" inside.
Yes, because that line was weird and it didn't mean anything.
Real.
So I think we've got some questions in the chat. I'm pretty sure Newt used the swooping evil to kind of bind, or not the swooping evil, some spell. It's not actually the swooping evil, but
yeah,
he used something to bind Grindelwald, but Tina actually performed the Accio charm.
I think the swooping evil spit out something that
if you
glued
look
Grindelwald's
really closely,
hands
I'm pretty sure he's using it. I'm almost positive it comes out of his wand.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I should definitely watch the movie again sometime.
Yeah. I'm over
I do like that
stuff.
though, Igor, that the allegiance of the Elder Wand is the swooping evil. The swooping
It has to be you, and it's like, no, it's a swooping evil. He saves it at the end. Speaking of Grindelwald, kind of before that, so we have this carriage with all these thestrals on it, which sounds terrifying to me if I haven't seen Death yet. You know, just like the idea of thestrals pulling anything if you can't see them is just like a little scary to me.
But I mean,
I love
what the
thestrals
horseless
though.
carriages were at Hogwarts.
I know, but this is.
But when you're flying, it's different.
It's different.
I don't remember
it's
if
like
it.
the Tom's carriage, kind of, except they can see their horses.
I want to say it was one of our, like, it might have been in the comment room or it might have been on Twitter. Somebody was like, why can I see the thestrals in this movie? And I was like, because you have to see them. Because
you can see them in order.
It's a movie. The movies can't make you see them or not see them by if you've seen Death. Movies don't work that way.
Yeah. You see them in Order of the Phoenix. So
yeah. I think we have to see them.
We've seen Death. We watched everyone die in Harry Potter.
Yes. You watched Harry Potter. You saw everybody die, so it's cool.
That's all
you saw Shaw die in Fantastic Beasts 1, so you've seen it.
Right?
Everyone can see thestrals now. I wonder if they can all see. I guess I think they're all qualified to see thestrals.
They're qualified.
Qualified.
You have to take a training. Yeah.
Have you? This is on the application. Have you seen Death?
Yeah. But do you guys? I think it's. Do you think Grindelwald's in that carriage?
Yes.
Well, the Lego set put it all together.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So
funny to say.
Good old Lego.
The shot of the carriage is definitely coming off of the Woolworth building, which is MACUSA.
Ooh, we back in New York City.
And the close-up of grimy Grindelwald, he's definitely like in a small padded boxy thing, so that has to be the carriage.
Let's talk about that.
They locked him up in MACUSA.
I mean, yeah.
Wizards. Okay, I feel like this works because it's canon that wizards are just like so stupid, so it's fine. Like, let's be real. Let's talk about that Grindelwald shot because I loved it. Like, I hardcore was like, I'm about this. Like, this is good stuff. Because he looked freaking weird last movie, but like that looked good to me. Thoughts?
Yeah.
I think that Grindelwald scene did two things. One, it did kind of repurpose him to look more like he probably should. And two, it confirmed that Warner Brothers did get scared by the public being upset about Johnny Depp, so they minimized him to about this much screen time in the trailer. So, because they were making a big hullabaloo.
I will say all of the why can't I think of the word? Pictures. What's it called? Why can't I think of the word?
Words are hard, Haley. Words are
They
hard.
really are. It's late. I'm tired.
This is what happens
when you look at you're gonna say the word. I feel so dumb. So when you look at YouTube and you see the picture,
thumbnail.
That's the word I was thinking. All the thumbnails for the trailers for like Warner Brothers and like official movie things are that picture of Grindelwald.
Yeah,
it's a good picture. Like it is. Just like
and
apart
Hollywood's
just
still under this weird delusion that Johnny Depp is a box office draw, which he's not anymore, obviously. So, but I at this point too, I'm sure there are contractual obligations that they have to feature him in promotional material. But I think this potentially also confirms what we have theorized before, which is that as with all Harry Potter titles, this one is also named after the MacGuffin, and that Grindelwald is not actually the center. Like he's the MacGuffin, he's the thing everybody's after, but he's not important as far as the actual story that's being told.
I think that's a good point.
So what do you think is important?
Newt's relationship with Lita and his brother.
Yes, I think that's probably some core stuff. Hopefully this Dumbledore Grindelwald stuff is background like it's supposed to be.
Even though I feel like Dumbledore can have two storylines of him and Grindelwald and then him as Newt's mentor, which I think should be in the forefront.
It'll be.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, Grindelwald's he's in the cage. He looks grimy. He actually looks like Grindelwald now. But then he cuts his hair again, so then we'll see how that looks once he's in his little round table thing.
I'm guessing that scene is actually earlier in the movie, because what I'm thinking is that this is Makuza's attempt to transfer him to another prison somewhere else.
Yeah, I
and
think so too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad idea.
And it's probably
confirmed.
No. Yes, confirmed. Yeah, you like it?
I like it.
Okay.
I agree.
Because
I think that's the plan, but I think that he has inside.
Like there were wands pointing at him in the carriage, and then you have the Lego set, and then he somehow gets out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's got inside operatives who are the ones
driving,
who are taking him. Yeah, and that
they
Serafina
look
probably
evil.
Figures it out. Yes, they look super evil.
They look super evil. Those guys.
People who are driving a Thestral carriage should not be having that much fun.
If that Lego set tells us anything, it says that maybe we'll actually see 1, Serafina's wand, and 2, her do magic.
Good.
Crazy.
I love how Lego is like where we get our information from.
I'm a little disappointed that the potential setup is that, like, as he's escaping, she's like, those weren't people who work for me. And she like runs out and shoots a spell, and he shoots a spell, and then she falls off the Woolworth building and dies. And that's the Vickery storyline.
She's wearing her blue outfit. And she's
like just falling down.
She like falls down screaming, "I wanted to go to Bobaton."
This movie just aggressively hates Serafina.
Gosh. Run out of her term in 28, and then she's gonna go join them for the rest of their adventure, and they're just gonna be best friends.
It's gonna be great. Going back to Lita, we got a shot of her at a fancy ball, nonetheless, or whatever. Someone's dancing. They all look nice.
Yeah, she was at like a Yule Ball for grown-ups.
I know, that's what made me think of them. Like Yule Part. I was like Yule Ball Part 2, except Part 1 because this is first.
I was curious about that actually, because we're surely at some point in this timeline or somewhere
a Triwizard Tournament year.
Yeah, we're running into a Triwizard Tournament year.
I would love that. Again, that would be, and also again, doesn't necessarily have to be at Hogwarts. Could be at Bobaton.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see it from the perspective of what the adults are doing. Like,
and from another school.
Do they care about it?
They did in Harry Potter. Everyone's showing up. It's like,
but there were only ever like
why are you here? There. In the movie.
Well, even in the books. I mean,
like there was more people in the book showing up. They were like, and everyone was like, that was like what all the papers were really reporting on, because that's the year where like literally Hermione Granger's getting in the paper just because she's related to the Triwizard Tournament.
That's true. I feel pretty neutral about seeing Lita. I mean, it was cool that we saw her, but she's totally isolated from every other character, and we don't know
anything about. Yeah, she's obviously with his brother, and then we get that shot at the end. At first, when I very first watched it, I thought it was Dumbledore he was with, but he's with his brother.
I thought
when
that
they're
too.
Like, Pachoo! Did you think that too? I thought it was Dumbledore the first time, and then I saw. Dumbledore. I think it's on like Pottermore or Warner Brothers. Someone's like official page is like introducing the Scamander brothers, and I was like, oh.
Ooh, Paolo said in the chat, was that a pure blood party? That's a really great suggestion. If so, I'm all about that rich people gala.
It looks nice.
That's a really interesting idea.
Yeah,
that is cool. I feel like that would be totally something like what if like the Malfoys are hosting, but like the really old ones that we don't know or care about.
I wonder that scene looked like it's gonna be like this movie's equivalent of the speakeasy scene, and the singing goblin. Like this time we've got like a dancing lady and some ghosts or something that. So
I want to see
that's the
some
new
ghosts.
thing.
I love a good ghost.
More things to develop for shows when Universal gets the IP for Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
They can cycle in a goblin singer and a ghost dancer and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh, at Universal. I thought for a second you were talking about Broadway shows. I'm like, you want that? You're a bastard child.
No, I don't want any more. No more Harry Potter on stage, please.
Only a Harry Potter musical.
And cuss.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, I gotta get tickets for that. I want to go see it when I go to New York.
Yeah.
Oh, Igor, that's a good idea. Igor said he hopes that the dancing lady is a Vila. I like that.
Ooh, I want to see Vila. That's such a good point. I want to see
Maybe that's
Vila
what the bird is. The bird is a Vila. The owl, fluffy
What?
bird thing. You know, when they're not human looking, they're creepy.
Yeah, true, but that's too much. Yeah, I want to see some Vila. That would be cool if she was. I mean, get some more info about Fleur de la Cour's bloodline there.
There is another shot actually. Somebody noticed of Lita. She is, it appears, walking in with the oars at the beginning in the Hogwarts.
At Hogwarts
too.
Ooh,
yes,
that's
she's
cool.
on. It might be her. People are suspecting it's her. She's on the right on that shot, overhead shot of the oars coming in the doors.
So she could be working for the Ministry.
She might be. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if it's her. People think it's her. So, but she's not in that woman, whoever she is not in the scene after
when they're in the classroom.
When they're in the office.
Maybe she's reminiscing of her Hogwarts days. Just
I'm not convinced that's her.
Goes to take a walk. Maybe it's Tina. Tina. Maybe she got sent over to the UK or office.
UK. She's like, my boyfriend's over there. Please send me there. And then he's like, I'm going to Paris, and she's like, dang it, Newt, I transferred for you.
Well, yeah, that whole thing with the ripped up postcard.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to Paris, and she's like, no, you're not. And then he's like, yes, I am. Puts it back together. No. But yeah, Newt. Do you think Newt and his brother? I'm sure that's gonna be a huge thing in this movie. Newt and his brother's relationship.
Mm-hmm. I hope it is. That scene with the two of them.
Robbers in that scene. I don't know what they're doing, but
yeah, I'm all in though. That was great.
I felt like I was watching the supernatural version of Fantastic Beasts for like 5 seconds. I was like, like some Sam and Dean vibes in a cemetery.
Ooh, we didn't talk about. Thank you, Igor, for this. Is the Lestrange family thing, and the fact that Credence is on this page wall map thing. I'm great with words, you guys.
Writing on the wall with the person looking at it. Do you think the person looking at it is Dumbledore? Who is that?
If it's Dumbledore is nuts if he's writing that on a wall.
No,
or maybe he didn't write it.
I think it's Grindelwald's lair still.
I'm so interested in this lair theory. Crimes of Grindelwald, we go to his lair and look through his stuff. Find all his crimes. That's what it is. You're right, Michael. He's not in the movie. They just go find his crimes in his lair.
Those are all his crimes written on the wall.
Yeah. When you're a bad villain, you just write out your crimes.
Well, according to Cursed Child, you do.
Right.
All over the walls because, theatrical reveal.
Gosh.
Or whatever. But
all right.
No. That looks like Dumbledore to me, looking at the wall.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that that Credence might be, or it could be Lestrange.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone said they're half siblings.
Who? Him and Lita?
It kind of looks like they're cousins.
Yeah, I was confused by the genealogy. I was trying to look at it.
So
somebody wrote an article about it, and then people were saying in the comments. So I'm gonna try and pull it.
So do you think maybe they gave him away because they thought he was a squib and then he wasn't?
I don't know.
That could be it, because I'd feel like the Lestrange used to be like, gross, muggle child.
I mean, if you look at the image, Corvus Lestrange is at the top, and then it kind of looks like the two people to his left and right are probably his children, and then the people under that would be.
It looked to me though when I
Rita
was
and
looking at it,
Credence.
it looked like they had like married things. Like he could have had 2 different wives, and that like so there would be half siblings.
That could be it too. So cousins or.
Okay, so someone it says someone pointed out that Lita and Credence are half siblings rather
That's what I
than
thought.
cousins. Apparently there's like an article that it's not completely confirmed, but that they share a father.
Yeah, that makes it looks like the little like symbol look like 2 rings, which would represent a marriage instead of a relation of being
Okay.
like a daughter. So I think it's yeah, he had 2 wives, and so they'd be half brother and sister.
The 2 women he links to are more likely 2 wives than 2 daughters. I originally thought they were 2 daughters, but they have different last names, and they'd have branched off differently if they were his daughters.
Yeah,
But that's just speculation.
that's interesting though, and see their relation. And because I saw something, I didn't watch the video, but they're like, is Bellatrix and Credence related? I mean, like, not by marriage, kind of, but not really.
How did he end up in the U.S. if the Lestranges are based in the U.K.?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, maybe they said, "Ew, this kid's a squib." Originally, ship him. We don't freaking care. And then he ended up over there, maybe somehow.
Maybe it's a serious type situation where he's the black sheep of the family, and he goes off and does his own thing. Maybe this person didn't want to be a Lestrange, so they went to America.
Oh, the mother, you're saying?
Yeah, Credence's mother.
Oh, because that would work because what's her name? Talks about like your mother was an evil woman. Mary Lou was like your mom was evil woman, and now you're mine, kid. That's not the line, but you know.
Yeah, she does know about his mother.
So that could work.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, she could have taken him to America too. Maybe she's like, man, the Lestranges are into this whole Grindelwald, Deathly Hallows thing. I'm not about that life. Let's go to America.
I'm just excited that once Lita marries Theseus and Queenie and Jacob get married, then every single character is going to be related. And it's going to be convoluted and horrible.
It's just like Harry Potter.
Yep, just like Harry Potter.
Just like that blog, and everyone's freaking related. Those poor kids at Hogwarts 19 years later, they're all freaking related. They can't date anyone.
So we haven't talked about the carnival.
Sorry, I was going to say that's why everyone gets ship with Scorpius, because he's the only one who's not related to them.
Yes, the carnival.
Carnival, yes. Back to this. I keep going off to Cursed Child.
I appreciate that they had cotton candy.
It looked gorgeous, that scene. I love the bubbles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Newt's going to be pissed when he sees it.
Probably.
He's going to be like, no. And I think, yeah, Credence might be also pissed, and that's why he's knocking the thing down. But also, he might just be getting an anger spell. Ooh.
Ooh.
But it doesn't it doesn't look like it's a carnival where it's like a freak show on display, because if you like zoom in, like they're kids in little bubbles and they're just floating around.
I know, but there is a big old cage. When they're all looking at it and they're all looking.
Oh, right. Because I'm just staring at one screen grab that.
Yeah.
You're correct.
This does appear to be this carnival does appear to be happening in Paris.
Didn't someone? I remember someone on the common room said that they saw that Queenie is somewhere in this shot. Not Queenie. Tina.
She's in which shot?
The carnival one. She's like in the crowd.
Yeah.
She?
If you
I found her.
if you look at the high res image, she's right by the cotton candy.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Tina, always grabbing something to eat before going on a mission.
My girl.
She loves carnival foods, hot dogs and cotton
This is her
candy.
element. Maybe she's like making up for her childhood because her parents are dead. Oops. Like.
Whoa, dark.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm also because we see Jacob and Newt together, and we see Dumbledore and Newt together, I feel like our Teeny and Queen.
Yeah,
I mixed their names.
Teeny is what Queenie calls Tina.
Yeah, I was gonna say Teeny and Queena, so I was mixing it all up. But that Tina and Queenie seem to be like separate, almost like on their own little adventures.
Someone just commented and said the French translation for the circus sign says Museum of Living Curiosities.
Yes, thank you, Paula. Somebody knows more French than we do.
I should know French. I'm supposed to be in French. Oops. I don't know anything.
I'm pretty sure Tina and Queenie are in France together.
Agreed.
Because this circus looks like it's in France.
What if, okay, now I'm trying to think. Is there a scene in this trailer where Newt is in France?
Well,
I don't think so.
Could he be like longingly looking at postcard because Tina and Queenie are off on a mission and then he's like, I miss them.
Maybe his permission to travel was denied.
Well, it definitely was. We got that one image a while ago.
That's true.
You know? So he's like, I gotta meet up with the girls.
And Dumbledore and Newt are on when they're on the roof. Is that in London?
Probably, I think so.
Yeah, Pottermore says it's St. Paul's.
This can't be good. I was just looking through the cast list on IMDb, and someone is credited as Muggle at Circus.
Ooh.
Oh, naughty!
I mean, that picture looks like it's in the middle of the street. I don't.
Maybe it's that shot of that guy who like closes in on the cage. Maybe he's the Muggle.
Ooh. Okay. He's like, what the heck is this?
He got a big trailer moment. I was like,
no, this guy's white.
Oh,
Wait,
well, okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that guy... Oh, shoot. That's one of the new people that they announced a while ago. I don't remember what his character's name is. Yusuf?
I don't either.
Yusuf something?
Such a good fan, except I'm not.
Well, it makes sense then that Tina would go to the circus if she's maybe pursuing Credence.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening because she got a bond with him.
Yeah, so she's probably maybe trying to find out what happened to him since we know that she had a continuing interest in Credence's well-being that ended up getting her fired. But now that Mary Lou's out of the equation, maybe she's been put back on that.
On the case.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the thing. So after we see the shot of the outer part of the circus, eventually we get Credence like in a tent blowing something up.
Yeah.
Eleanor in the common room, well, Eleanor the host, she thinks that there are baby dragons in...
Yeah, well, I think he demolished them, so I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
I was thinking positively before, being like, is he trying to set them free, but he's mad?
Well, here's the thing with that scene. He's clearly in a tent. It looks like he's holding a wand. Like, there's definitely something in his hand that he swings at that cage. But then the very next shot is not that tent exploding. It's a separate building.
Yeah, that's just editing, I think.
That's trailer editing.
Yeah, it's not the same scene.
So maybe Credence doesn't destroy whatever it is in there. And we just...
destroys multiple buildings in this movie.
Yeah. But another person in the common room, Mari, she zoomed in on that image of that corner of the building exploding, and very loosely, it looks like graves.
Yes, we want it so bad.
Really? Wait, what? Where's that? Give me on 1 sec.
It's in the common room.
I'm going to the common room.
It's a white person in a long black jacket.
That's such a stretch.
Hair on the sides and dark on the top. And I mean, it's probably not good.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see it.
Right?
Oh, I mean, like, that could be literally Slender Man, but I also
that is Graves escaping from his like Makuza.
Okay, but like I do, it's just him though. That's the point though. It's only him there, and it like I'm not gonna say no, but I also kind of really think he's dead. But I'm also not gonna say
probably.
Well, we don't have any. I mean, it would be. I suppose they might have kept it under wraps, but we don't have any news that Colin Farrell is cast. So
Cast, yeah. I don't think it's him.
it's
Maybe
a cool shot, whatever's going
Yeah.
on.
Do you think that they're going to? I think if every movie they're just like, to avoid Johnny Depp, they're just like every movie he takes on a new persona.
You're gonna do the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus thing.
It's a great movie, and it's one of his great movies. Johnny Depp used to be a good actor. He did. Like that's my one thing. That's my one thing I'll stand behind is when people say that he has never been a good actor, I'm like, that's a flat out lie. You haven't seen enough of his movies. I'm just saying. Watch Benny and June. Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Ooh, J.A. Snyder said in the comments, do you think Credence will be in the circus because he has developed the ability to control his obscurus and can put it on show?
Ooh, I say yeah. Ooh, here's another thing. Do you think he approached the circus, or do you think the circus approached him?
I think he used the circus to get out of New York.
Ooh, saw them on the boat and was like, hey guys.
Yeah, there's a shot when Graves is walking through an alley. You can see the ad for the circus.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
I'm actually laying in bed now, like laying down.
That's that old-timey classic thing you do, right? That people can't do anymore because they don't exist, but you run away to join the circus.
Circus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Except it's probably sad.
Probably.
What was that, Lizzie?
I gotta go. I have to start getting ready for bed for like.
Oh, okay. Good night.
I didn't want to just like disappear.
It's okay.
Are doing a fantastic, pun intended job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna duck out. Enjoy the rest of your conversing's.
10-4.
Thank you, Lizzie. Good night, Lizzie.
Bye.
Good night.
Well, we're almost to the end here too.
Yeah.
Because really, the last thing is that scene where we were like, oh my god, that scene was cool. With the
It was cool.
That magic with Newton Theseus is the coolest thing ever.
It reminds me. You think it's kind of like a Hogwarts protection-y kind of thing? That's what I was thinking when I saw it. It looks like it's kind of like going up. You know what I mean?
I've been trying to figure out what it reminded me of, because it's been bugging me, and I finally it just hit me. I was like, oh, it's like bending from the last Airbender.
Yeah.
That's totally what it is.
Totally.
This is not wand work, because why on earth would you smash your wand into the ground like that? That's a horrible idea. But it's cool. It's really pretty.
It's cool. I feel like that's like my biggest takeaway from the trailer is it's like this trailer was gorgeous and this movie looks really pretty, and they're going for cinematography Oscar. They got their the clothing design one now, and they're going for a set.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It won it. I need this after all those Harry Potter snubs. I'm just like cheering for Fantastic Beasts now.
Oh, bless. The Oscars don't like mainstream films.
We got one. We got one last time. We got
No
one.
one thought it would happen, even her.
She was shocked when she won.
Yeah.
Her face was like, what? Even though that was like so deserved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was very well deserved. But yeah, these things so rarely happen.
I know.
So,
But I mean, I think the Fantastic Beasts, the reason they did win and it has a little more Oscar notoriety is because we do got some Oscar club people. Like we got Eddie. He's in. It's like, if you're in the club, you get a better chance, and Eddie's in the Oscar club. So, not that I'm saying he would ever get nominated for Fantastic Beasts, but just because they're like, okay, we know Eddie. This is his film. Let's take a peek. You know.
that's funny. I think it's the exact opposite, actually.
Really?
Because usually when people win an Oscar, as Eddie did, then you get to go off and do things that are not Oscar material because your career can afford it.
Yeah.
And you can go play in big budget stuff because big budget invites you after you've done an
That's
Oscar.
true.
So I think this is like Eddie's fun time movie, because this is kind of like the same thing that granted, this is more focused on the adult actors, so they get more time, but it's still the same issue you have on any movie set, which is that 90% of it is just waiting in your trailer for the set to be
Yeah.
ready. But I do appreciate at the same time that all of the adult actors take it very seriously and
They do, yeah.
are
It's
very
I feel
invested.
like especially the Harry Potter movies were definitely kind of became a British, almost British rite of passage. You gotta be in a Harry Potter movie if you're an adult British actor.
Oh yeah, there are many actors, including Eddie himself, before Fantastic Beasts, who felt snubbed when they weren't
So
invited.
Get me in Harry Potter, yes.
Yeah. And then the ones who were in it was like, that was fun, but a paycheck's a paycheck. That was fun, and I shot my scenes in a day. So yeah, but yeah, no, this one I think I'm hopeful because there were so many more. I felt there appeared to be more thrilling action scenes that seemed to be carrying more weight and consequence than the previous film.
Agreed. I'm more excited for this movie than I was for the last one after seeing this trailer.
Yes, this was the first one had a good trailer, and I think the first one.
But this one made me think like this is the world, the film world that I fell in love with. This feels back.
More,
and it's
there's more magic being used.
Mm-hmm. Which I love. I'm really excited for this movie. I think that I think Fantastic Beasts financially was a success, was nowhere near the level of Harry Potter success, and I feel like this movie could get Fantastic Beasts back on that track of being a juggernaut. You know what I mean? I think more people are like, who didn't watch Fantastic Beasts or didn't really care, or were like, oh, okay, cool, Dumbledore, Hogwarts, I'm about this, let's go see it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is a turning point for this series, because the first one was very much let's set up the world and the basics so that you kind of get a sense of what's going on here.
It's kind of like the original series in the sense where the first two are like that, and then Azkaban is like, okay, let's get into it,
Yeah. I'm interested to see, though, just because I don't think I think maybe this movie too, because there's so many, way more, I feel, unanswered questions from this trailer than there were in the first trailer or even the first movie. I think this maybe sets up for more of a long-term.
I agree. I feel like, because honestly, Fantastic Beasts can be watched as a singular film. Like if for some reason Fantastic Beasts tanked and made $0, they could have been like, okay, boom, it's just that movie, and it's the story,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think this is going to be like more. I'm still like, when you gonna get 3 more movies after this? It's nuts. I mean, I'm excited and I'm happy, but like, what,
Yep.
I'm really excited to.
We'll have caught up with the.
Yeah.
I feel like because of that, though, I feel like we're going to get in like the next 3, and including this one, we're going to get a lot of nods for time. But again, like, I'm a sucker for that, so.
What were you going to say, Lane?
Oh, I'm just excited to figure out what this movie's actually about. I feel like we don't know. Because, I mean, obviously, like, it's Grindelwald and Beast, but, like...
How does that connect?
What can happen? I mean, we don't know what the setup is. It seems like Dumbledore is kind of some organized body will not let him do things. Is it the Hogwarts board that doesn't want him to leave?
They hate Dumbledore, yeah. They've hated him forever.
Yeah. What exactly is Grindelwald getting up to? Why is anyone in France? I think it'll just be cool.
Do they know? So do you think that they know that like Dumbledore is like the guy fighting against him? Like at this point, like do you think it's like known in the Wizarding world that it's like Dumbledore versus Grindelwald, or is it kind of like a secret thing that Dumbledore is doing?
I think it's meant to be secret. I think that's why he tells Newt it has to be you for some reason.
I have my reputation to maintain.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that it's not so much that everybody knows that Dumbledore is the one to defeat Grindelwald. It's that the public is waiting for Dumbledore to do something because they know he's very, like, from the sense that we get from the Harry Potter series, he is known in that time to be very powerful,
Yeah.
But and like even then, he has a reputation for being powerful and smart, but still choosing to take a back seat or
yeah,
to
not
remain
being in
humble.
politics. Yeah.
Yes. So I think there's probably, because from what we saw in the first movie, Grindelwald's rise, it has become a worldwide
Global, yeah.
issue. So I think people are probably
Although I
leaning
don't
on Dumbledore.
Is Dumbledore's reputation global? Because the only mention we have is when Graves says it, and Graves is obviously Grindelwald. You know?
I don't know necessarily if he's global yet, but I know he, like, as far as we've heard within the UK,
Yes.
he's
It's not a very big community, the Wizarding World.
No,
That's true.
no,
Yeah.
it's not. And news can spread faster because of the way that they can communicate faster than Muggles. So
For now.
yes, for now. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm pumped.
Paula, I have no idea exactly what you were thinking that I was thinking, and that we said it. We agreed. You agreed with me, but you're welcome. You're welcome for whatever I said.
Yeah. Right.
I think it may have been about the earth bending.
Now I just want to go watch
Airbender.
Avatar. Yeah.
Not the movie.
No, God, no.
Never the movie.
No, never.
That's funny.
Well, this was fun.
This was fun. A good talk. I'm very excited for more news. And I feel like this is kind of the most fun time to be part of the fandom, even more than when the movie's out, because when the movie's out, we're like, okay, we all know what's up. But right now, it's like theory time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, it's like old times again.
Yeah. Except we don't have to read anything. Just watch it. So much easier. It works so much better with my busy schedule. It's a Harry Potter for the modern fan. On the go.
Well, thanks for everyone who watched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was like a small core group of you there who like hung out for this whole thing. You're ridiculous, and we love you. Thank you for staying.
Thank you so much. We love talking Fantastic Beasts, so we made that's why we got a podcast.
And thank you for contributing to the chat. And yes, we look forward to more of this discussion on our main episodes that will be coming up, because thank God the Phoenix Register will be full again.
We got information. It's been a drought. We've had nothing. And then we have everything. I'm so happy.
Trailer and a Lego set?
And a Lego set. Man, if they drop another Lego set, it's gonna be nuts.
Next episode's gonna be all about Seraphina.
Just Lego. We'll have a Lego. The one Lego set with 3 pieces. Yep.
So
an hour per piece. Okay, well, yeah. Are we signing off now? We out?
We out.
We out.
Out.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.